I I enjoy RPGs, and I like think that it's so amazing that whenever somebody says like RPGs, even in like kind of nerd circles, people immediately jump to D&D or
Yeah.
like I think D&D. I mean, just initially like, oh, I play RPGs. They're like, oh, D&D. Like, no, I played other stuff that I like.
Right. Yeah, I think D&D is probably one of my least favorite.
Yeah, I don't care for it.
Yeah. I like D&D 5 more than I liked 4,
Uh huh.
and I like D&D 5 more than I liked 3.5, which I know a lot of people really like, but it's just it's overly complicated for no reason.
Yeah, we can all agree that Pathfinder is the worst, though.
I'm not a fan of Pathfinder.
Yeah, Pathfinder's garbage.
I know a lot of people really like it, and that's gonna ruffle some feathers. It's gonna ruffle some feathers, and people gonna get real upset.
I can't pick that lock. I failed.
I can break these cuffs. But yeah,
I'm astounded by the amount of people at like Gen Con that play Pathfinder. Like they have that whole upstairs room
Yeah.
that's like I want to say close to 100 tables, all just dedicated to Pathfinder, and that scares me. I'm like, how? How can you guys play this?
I don't know. It's weird though because Pathfinder is basically just 3.5, right? Or 3.75
I
D&D.
think so.
That's
Yeah.
what basically it is. It's just funny that like Wizards of the Coast are like, yeah, we're gonna abandon this for a different version, and then somebody raised their hand, they're like, we'll take 3.5, and then like they make a bajillion dollars on it.
Oh yeah, because they release new sets every like 2 weeks
Yeah.
or something, really, something like that.
But I don't know, Pathfinder and D&D,
Ooh, Kratos.
like I find them as degenerate as Magic the Gathering.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Oh, you don't have to tell me how bad Magic the Gathering is. I know.
But do you know what I mean by degenerate?
Yeah, like it seems like the same people that play Pathfinder would be interested in love the crap out of like building just a cheesy deck in Magic the Gathering.
Exactly, and there's so much shit out there that like doesn't get retroed or fine tuned that are just kind of thrown out in the ether. That like it, you can make a Pathfinder character who's basically God at level 3 if you just tweak enough numbers and read enough stupid books.
Uh huh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you push the right buttons, all of a sudden this game doesn't make a goddamn lick of sense. It's because there's no fucking oversight of any of it. And like I don't know, I'm not that kind of player. Like I don't care, and that's one of the reasons I like D&D a lot. And or sorry, not D&D, GURPS, is because the only way to make your character powerful is to purposely disadvantage them.
Oh, so it's like built into the system.
Yeah. So like you get a certain amount of points. Like let's say you're making a 100-point character.
Uh-huh.
Like you get 100 points to put into your character, but you're also allowed to get 50 more points if you take 50 points of disadvantages, which might be like blind in one eye, or hobbled, or is a total asshole, or no one likes you, or you smell like shit. Like the only way to maximize the points your character gets is to make your character worse, and that's fucking awesome.
And more three-dimensional, one would argue.
Yeah, exactly. Like when I make a character, the first thing I do is get disadvantages. I go right to disadvantages. I'm like, what is my person like, and what are their difficulties that they have to overcome? And that's the first thing I do. D&D doesn't really have anything like that. Like you have alignment, but alignment's boring and two-dimensional.
Yeah. It's like how Michelle Tyson in this game is very weak to fire, because that's what happened to me.
Yeah, and her personality is loves to fuck, loves to fight, loves to eat.
I also love that this game has like time frames that shops are open, like 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. It's like, why would you design a game like this? Just make the shop open all the time, you idiots. But
You dingus.
they don't care.
Oh yeah, it's such a nightmare just like standing there, like just letting time pass while you stand there.
Do you
Like,
know what hour it's at?
it is
Oh, you
9:44
okay.
p.m.
All right, gotcha.
on the 17th of last seed.
I like how the seasons don't really fucking change anything.
No, they really don't. It's all just based off of like your where you're at, like territorial wise.
Yeah,
Ooh.
like you could sit there and wait in the street for 7 months and nothing will change.
Yeah, exactly. What was I gonna eat? Tundra cotton. Yeah, shove that in my mouth.
Tundra cotton, that's my favorite.
I've still wanted to play like a one-shot horror where we make ourselves, but nobody else wants to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
That'd be
thank
cool
you,
as hell.
Phil. Yeah, I want to just see how long everybody survives as themselves.
That's there's end of the world does that. So it's an RPG system. I think Fantasy Flight actually produces it, and they have different settings for like zombie apocalypse, alien invasion, robotic uprising is another one, which sounds kind of cool. And you literally have to create yourself.
Yeah, that's
like,
great.
As a person, it's just like, oh well, you know, these are the things I think I could bring to this situation, and then these are the things that would really like bother me. like,
Right.
Like one of the people I know, like he has OCD, and so he put that as a disadvantage. Like I have OCD, and this could really affect me because OCD. And I think that's just kind of a really cool thing. It's also could be potentially bad because you're like, if you're not very introspective, then like you're going to be kind of at a disadvantage to role playing.
Right, yeah. Like if you're like, I don't have any faults.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, I got some for you if you need me to fight.
Narcissist asshole.
I did a GURPS game where people made themselves once, but I don't think you were part of it.
No, I wasn't. That's probably why I want to so bad, because you guys did it already.
Yeah. The idea was, did you ever see the movie Battle Royale?
No. That's the Japanese one that's like the Hunger Games, except original.
Yes. It was the what the Hunger Games was very, very reliant on. It was basically a high school class got put on an island and they were told to kill each other.
Nice.
And they all got one random weapon in a bag. And so basically it made everyone at the table make themselves. And then gave them each a random item and then sent them out and do a thing. And then I made character sheets for like a bunch of other people in our high school class, because this is like, we were all people that went to high school together.
Uh-huh.
And so like, I was like, oh, this person from high school comes up and they've got a machine gun and they've kind of lost their mind and they start shooting people and they're like, oh, fuck. And I was like, it was real brutal. Like people were like actually dying and getting like shot.
See, I totally want to play that.
Yeah. And I think Jake, who's on Heroes, he was charging down somebody who had an Uzi and got shot in the stomach, but was able to push her off a cliff. So,
Nice.
So he's sitting there bleeding of a gunshot wound, and everyone's like, "Oh shit!"
That sounds great.
Sounds like a lot of fun. I'd be into it.
Yeah, it was a pretty good time.
Jarl.
Jarl.
Jarl, where's your mom, Jarl? Get in the house, Jarl.
So you guys went to high school together? Is that how you guys met?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we really didn't meet until like senior year, though.
We met before that, but I don't remember you.
Right. Well, yeah, but only the year before.
True.
Like once.
Yeah. And you hated me.
Yeah, I did.
You want to tell that story?
It's not a great story. I'm just shy and get overstimulated, and you're loud and in people's faces, and
Yeah, I am.
and I did not appreciate it. And then the next year we had photography class together, and you sat at the same table as I.
Mm-hmm. And then you got used to my bullshit.
Yep. Then you brought me to a Denny's and laid in my lap and asked me 50 million questions.
I did. After we saw Hannibal.
No.
Which one?
Red
It was Red
Dragon.
Dragon. Yep, Red
Yeah.
Dragon.
That's a great movie.
We went and saw, that was the first thing we ever did together. I was like, hey, you want to hang out? And she's like, sure. Like, let's go watch Red Dragon. And then we watched Red Dragon, and she was like, I don't know what is happening. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I had to explain to her, like, all of the history of Silence of the Lambs, because I don't think you had seen any of them, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so I had to, like, okay, here's what Silence of the Lambs is.
Yeah.
Here's what's happening. Here's what happened in the books, and here's why it's a remake of this movie. And so we talked about that for a while, and then she wouldn't talk, and then I bought her cheese sticks and asked her a million questions until she got over herself.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Nice.
To be fair, most people that I end up liking, I initially hate.
Well,
I don't know if that's a good thing, but
did you hate Phil at first?
no.
Well,
I mean,
Still
you're
does.
doomed, Phil.
Memory agent, darling, is what I have instead of a view.